morning. So I promised I would keep things real, and this has been a rough few weeks. In case anybody is feeling shitty. Let's see. About 3 weeks ago, my cat, I had just paid off a huge credit card. Felt really great about it. All of them actually. And I had this job, and I hated the job. It was terrible. I had so much anxiety that I was almost manic all the time. I was angry at everything, and it was just very high stress circulating every day, all day. So I quit. I decided to start this, and I decided that I would keep it real. So in that same week, or just after, 2 weeks after, 2 weeks after I quit, so that was about 3 weeks ago for the 2 weeks, so maybe I think I quit over a month ago. Anyway, 2 weeks after I quit, you know, I'm kind of like trying to build up a little base of like sustainability where I can just be like, okay, I have this much money and then I get a month, and then I can make it till this month, and that should be enough time to set things up, which I've done in the past. It has worked out, so I'm like, I could probably try that again. My cat needed a surgery, and that cost $1,700, and they were going to have us put him down because he was going to need a second surgery that was going to cost $3,000, and then they wanted to try something else different first just in case, which was another $1,000, and I said I cannot do that. And they were like, well, we can't let you take him home, you know, not ethically, so I recommend euthanasia. And I was just like that's my cat, like he is a great cat. So $1,700 later, I maxed out the care credit card all over again, and so then I was trying and using whatever else I had left in the bank until money came, but then there was other random stuff that my kids needed for school, and whatever, so I've been feeding him all this medication, and yesterday I get this call from the Fort Polk PX, where I had picked up a shotgun there over 1.5 years ago, and I also use a credit card to do that because, you know, as single parents, it's just the way shit is. So I picked it up in September of 2021. They called me yesterday to tell me that they think they did not receive payment for it, and that there was a glitch in the system and they were unable to process it for whatever reason back then, and they were seeking payment. So I went and checked all the statements, and sure enough, it only charged me for $120 for half of the order that I had made. So I had to make a payment plan with them, and then that turned into this morning I woke up and my son has STAR testing today for his math, which he has been struggling with school quite a bit. The band situation has been difficult for him, as well as math and science and history and English. Like he hates school. So I'm constantly trying to help him, trying to motivate him and get through stuff. And so I wake up this morning and run outside to take him to school because he woke up, missed the bus. Because for whatever reason, they think a 12-year-old needs to walk a mile to the bus and be there at 6:40 in the morning, which I think is wild, but whatever. So that's happening, and I get in the car and I go to turn it on and it won't start. And I'm pretty sure I have dead battery, or it's the alternator. I mean, I know that, but the battery, it's cranking up. Well, I used a little power pack to jump it, but the truck turned on, but the charge is holding, but it's not growing. So I'm just hoping that it's only the battery, but although that's another $250. Oh man, this shit. Some days I'm just telling myself that it's gonna be fine. That's the only thing I can do. And I'm figuring it out. And when you don't have money, where do you get money? You know, it sucks. So then you pull another loan and you try to get through it. And people are like, well, build wealth by saving, or build wealth by getting this or that. Yeah, like, sure, I could save $10 a month. That will take 60 years. It's better than nothing, which I do have a little life insurance thing, but it's a temporary to permanent policy because I can't afford a permanent policy right now. So there's not anything there that I can withdraw from. Plus it takes 2 years before you can even withdraw. And I just pulled my retirement to get through on the 2nd. So that was a few days ago. Today is May 4th. So 2 days ago I pulled a retirement, but it's going to take snail mail to get here. So I'm, you know, sometimes this stuff seems like it all happens at once, and it's really never ending. But I'm telling myself it's going to be fine, because freaking out is not gonna help. And I can say, like, with my pet, you know, and he's still not past his condition, which still scares me. He's still urinating some bloody stuff, so you know, that might come up too. And you know, sometimes when these things happen, it's really easy to get discouraged, and it's really easy to get stressed out. And when that happened to him, I was so stressed out for several days, because the whole week we were trying to wait for him to come back to the house, and it just kept getting more and more drug out. And that's my friend, you know, like, it killed me. And so after that week I was drained completely, and I really haven't felt like I've been able to get out of that drainage. But for whatever reason today, I'm able to remain a little bit less stressed. But just thought I'd share with you guys the real stuff that happens every day. I know this happens to people a lot. And oh, let me go find this chargy pack so you can see it. It's pretty sweet. I set it down somewhere. Let me go get it. Okay, so a neighbor of mine gave this to my son after doing some work for them. Instead of paying them, he gave him this, which I really like this thing. He lets me borrow it sometimes. I don't have all the connectors in here, but it comes with all of these different parts for all the USB chargers and port sizes for whatever you're trying to charge, right? And I don't know if anybody used to have those little connector kits that you could just step on the end of a phone cord, but those sucked, and they usually broke after a little while. This thing is a little bit old already, as you can see. It's been used up. I don't know if you can read it's backwards. Anyway, you turn this little power button on, and all these lights light up. You have the ports that go in, and it also has a flashlight on it. It's dead now because I used it to jump the car. So it comes with these little jumper cables, which is great. And you just plug them in right here. And you can't mess that up because one side's flat. So you plug them in here, put your negative on, and then put your positive on, and you turn it on. And then sorry, phone was charging. And so once it's on, you push the little button, turn it on, and give it a second, and then you try to crank the car. There's also a USB version, or cigarette lighter version for your vehicle as well. So this is how I started the truck this morning. So if you're ever in a pinch, or you ever need something to take with you, it's small, it's handy, it fits right into this little case, and it's really helpful for us to use. We use it all the time, even if it's just to charge a phone. A lot of times we go on these Pokemon Go walks, and we need a charger to charge phones so we can collect Pokemon Go stuff. And you know, if we didn't have this, we just carry the little square around, which it's a little heavy, but I have a purse. It's really nice. I recommend it, 10 out of 10. At least this morning I was able to diagnose my battery situation before I had to ask my neighbor for a ride. So anyhow, happy Thursday. It's almost the weekend, but then I have to go to back-to-back soccer games and a social thing here at the local golf course. The fun never ends.